What's up, guys? Welcome back. I got another video for you guys today. I'm going to show you guys my Milwaukee jump starter kit that's here. I believe it's called the Hot Shot. I'll give you guys my opinion on it and a couple other tools that I use on a daily basis that I think you guys will like. Let's get to it. All right, guys, I'll get right to it. Let's start with the Milwaukee M18 HotShot. This, I bought it because I actually needed to get a jumper box, and I saw this was actually pretty cool. I was curious, just like everybody else, to see if it was good or not. So I picked it up. It does cost about $300. If you want my honest opinion, a little too expensive, especially for what it is. But I got it for one reason and one reason only, because I have a ton of Milwaukee batteries, and it's a lot more convenient for me to just pick up one of my batteries, slap it in here, and be able to jumpstart a forklift or whatever the case may be, without having to actually charge my machine ahead of time. Like some of these good ones out there, like Noco. I'm sure you can find other brands out there that are similar to those that you have to charge them ahead of time and have them charged. I don't really run into a lot of dead batteries because I deal with mainly electric trucks, but I do have a few internal combustions out there that their battery does die, like the combis and stuff like that. I wanted something that I can just pick up, put a battery in it, go bring it to the machine, jump it up, and I have a battery every single time. I couldn't waste my time as far as like charging it, leaving it in storage. You lose a little bit of juice over time, and then every now and then you would have to charge it up before the job, waste a lot of time doing that, and then go and actually start the job. This, I can just slap the battery in here. It takes just about any M18 battery. What's wrong right now? There you go. Slaps right in, starts right up. This is not like a regular battery box. Battery box actually has power to it already, and you can actually connect it to a car and, let's say, have it run for a bit if you have a bad alternator. This is basically just a jump box. This jump starts your batteries. It's a, I believe they call it a hyper capacitor, I believe it is. It's a big capacitor in here. You press the button, you wait about a minute, it'll get about fully charged. Let's do that now. Let's charge it up. You'll see the numbers going up. It's basically discharging the battery into the capacitor so that I can hold it, so when it's ready to go, I can plug up my two leads, press my jump start button, and actually release that energy, so that way you can jump start your car. It's a good battery charger, don't get me wrong. It works with just about everything except for, like, I believe it's diesels that it doesn't really do too well with, but just about everything else it'll handle no problem. It's a good quality machine. It's just the fact that you don't have an internal battery where you can do other stuff. There's no air pump. There's nothing attached to this besides this and maybe a USB-C port. I don't have the nails to open it right now. It's just a USB-C port, nothing major there. That's all you get for this machine. For $300, that's quite a bit. But it actually works really well. You're paying for the convenience. You're paying for their ecosystem where you have their Milwaukee batteries and all their stuff already. Why not pick this up so that way I can slap the batteries in? It worked for me, at least. For being on the road on a regular basis, I don't want to worry about charging up my jump box. Now, if you want a really good one, I would recommend the Noco one that I said originally. That one's good for overall. Good to throw in your car, good to have as extra. That one doesn't come with an air pump. There's other ones that come with a little built-in air pump. You definitely do, but those are really nice ones to have in the car. But for what I use it for, if you just needed to jump a car, get it going, or whatever the case may be, this is a good one to go with. But it is $300, so make your own opinion on that one. Also, the only other features on here, I believe, are the lights. You have a regular light, high, low, medium, whatever it is, strobe, SOS, I believe that one was. Let's go back to that one. Yeah, I believe that one's SOS. And that is off. On, lower, low, strobe. Sorry, SOS, off. All right, so that's all you really get for this jump box. So nothing too crazy. It is $300, so make your choice wisely. If you're already in the ecosystem and you can shell out the $300 to get this, it is a good jump box, but all in all, I recommend the Noco ones. Let's go to the next ones. All right, next we're gonna stay in the Milwaukee family. This is, I believe, the M18 Top Off, sorry. M18 Top Off. It does have a little hanger for wherever you want to hang it on. If you have your scaffolding or whatever the case may be, you have a hook so you can hang this on. This has a little bit of tension. It's not super springy. I can move that by hand. but it's good for putting in your battery, sliding to the side, hook it on whatever you need, and plug up your stuff. The cool part about this that caught my attention is the fact that it has a regular plug in here, and it also has USB-A, and USB-C. So that way, if you do need to charge up your stuff like your phones or camera equipment, whatever the case may be, you can. All you have to do is press this button, it lights up, you plug in whatever you need, and actually charges pretty fast. So that's a cool little option. But mainly I use this for when I go troubleshooting my laptop. I can't always just carry an extension cord with me. I'll go to places that don't have power plugs nearby where it's shut down. So my laptop, like I said, with the M18 Top Off, the M18 HotShot, I don't want to charge it on a regular basis and being worried about charging it. So I just leave my laptop the way it is. And when it's ready to go, I'll plug this up, carry this around my belt real quick as I'm on my way to the truck. My laptop should be charged enough to start up, and this actually can run my laptop no problem plugged in. And I have a diagnostics tool. So cool little setup for people who don't want to be carrying around extension cords. This doesn't work on like vacuums or anything like that. You can't put high amperage draws, but you can use it for charging things up, lighting up a string of lights or whatever the case may be. Is actually a good little top up. I actually saw this being used during my children's trunk or treat to power up a inflatable decoration that was there. So cool little tool to have, great to put in your little troubleshooting bag or whatever the case may be. Leave it to the side so that way you can charge up your laptop or charge up the things you want without worrying about it. This fan does kick on to exhaust, so that's the only actual like moving functions inside of here. So it's pretty sturdy. It's kind of beaten. I've used this for about a year now. It's pretty solid, so highly recommend. All right, next up, we're gonna do the Icon meme tool kit. The 1/4 inch, it looks like travel socket kit. It's a little dirty because I actually do use it. It's actually called the Icon 1/4 inch compact socket set. I was a little hesitant buying this. I'm a little late to the party when it comes to reviews, so I actually did watch everybody else's reviews, see what they had to say. They did say that the build quality wasn't as good as the last. It's a small set, which I'm a huge fan of, which is this one. Highly recommend anybody picking this one up. But they're saying that the build quality is not as good as this one. It could be better, etc. So I picked it up to have my own opinion, and all in all, it's not a bad set. I actually do like it. I'm not a huge fan of this. I do understand why it's there and how it works. They have this little tab here where it rubs here and you want to save space, which is all right. Not the best in the world. I feel like this is too janky. After a while, this is going to break on me, and then I'm pretty much SOL. So not a huge fan of that. As far as the ratchet in here, I'm a bigger fan of the original ratchet that's in this one, mainly because it has the pass-through to put the extension on here. Can't do that with this one. This extension doesn't really attach anywhere besides the bottom here. So this is pretty much useless unless you want more torque. So on the other one, you can actually use the bottom portion as your extension. So if I ever needed to do something, I was working on something, let's say I was doing something like, I don't know, let's say this, and then now I want to get that more comfortable position, just do something like this. I can do that. Instead, I have to get an entire set. I got to get the bit set. I also got to get an actual extension, add it all together and use it. But all in all, it's not a bad set. I believe it ranges, besides this one, this is the bit. I think this is a 5 all the way up to, I believe, oh, get it out, 14. I don't think there's a skip in between here, and the standard goes from 5/16, I believe it is. No, I'm sorry, not 5/16, 3/16 to 9/16. So decently solid set for a 1/4 inch. The little socket driver, or the bit driver, whatever you want to call it, not a huge fan of. This is bad. This one is passable. You can still get stuff done with it. You can still use it for whatever the case may be. But this is the real egregious one. I know it's a bit driver. I know it's not meant to be the sturdiest thing in the world, but you shouldn't have your bits rattling around everywhere. I mean, it does the job. Whatever you need it for, it does do it. I'm not saying it doesn't, but that fit and finish, I'm not a huge fan of. So I just rather just use the socket bit sets. I'll use that. But worst comes to worst, at least you still have it in the kit. But they could have substituted this with something else and actually utilized this space a little bit better. But all in all, it's a really good kit. It's very sturdy. I ran it over with a forklift, and As you can see, besides this opening right here, this is where it got like kind of crunched. It's not bad, not bad at all. Mind you, I didn't go completely over with a forklift. I basically kind of ran it over and came back, but it held up. Nice, hard, sturdy set. Having both of these combined is awesome. As you can see, this doesn't have a big range of hex heads. So if you need like Allen heads or whatever the case may be, you don't get a huge array on this one. This one you get a lot more. I believe you get a little bit more on the metric side, is it? On this one, then you do this one. I'm sorry, these are the standards. So there you go. You get actually one more standard bit that you don't get on this one, and all the metric bits, you actually get more on this one from the smallest to the biggest. So if you combine these two sets together, fantastic little troubleshooting kit, especially like if you have a call that you're unsure of, or you think it's just a controller issue, or even stuff in your car at home, whatever the case may be. Cool little set to have in your car. All right, highly recommend picking that up. Thanks for watching.